Let's talk Foley's Hunt. The upcoming changes to Foley's Hunt. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I have a lot of thoughts of the current Foley's Hunt as of recording this. I can't even find my words. I played on launch day of the update, which was yesterday as of recording this. I streamed this game for over 6 hours, and most of those 6 hours consisted of me doing Foley's Hunt. Okay. So, yeah. And here's the changes because me and a lot of other people had similar feedback. Okay. So they say right now it's been just over 24 hours since the Shadowgrapher released, bringing a variety of changes, fixes, cosmetics, and more. With that said, we're here to talk about the new game mode introduced, Foley Hunt. Now, they do mention that players are having trouble with the, first of all, the fact that it's a bit different than the normal gameplay, but also having trouble with the whole thing that certain elements, and then the fact that it's a small mini map type thing. But they are fixing it, and they did say, however, that they do want to try to keep its core gameplay intact, okay? Which, I'll be honest, personally, I find that just fine. I do actually like Foley Hunt's core gameplay, if I'm being perfectly honest. Okay, so the changes, the big changes that we've all been waiting for. Foley will no longer be invincible and can be forced to retreat briefly if her health bar is depleted. So she'll no longer be invincible. So, okay, because there was a hot fix on day one that was supposed to make it so she didn't spawn kill. For those of you guys that don't know, spawn kill is when you you die by a player or whatever, and then you get revived or you revive yourself and they're just right there and just instantly kill you again. So that's spawn killing. It's what Foley used to do. Foley still does, but now she's no longer invincible, which means that her health bar, once it gets depleted, she can retreat briefly. Also, well, I guess I should point out that this, I believe, is going to be just indefinitely normal and still pass. Also, reduced fully damaging aura by a third on normal and still pass. The damaging aura got pretty bad. I mean, it's like one of those feels bad man moments when a combination of both, the damaging aura and the invincibility. I feel like one or the other would have been perfectly fine because I feel like she would have been fine to dodge, just like sneak around per se if she were just invincible but no damaging aura. So, I mean, but they did both of them. That's what the community as a whole wanted. I will be interested in hearing your feedback on the matter because that means this game mode technically was made easier by basically more or less eliminating both. So, yeah, I'm interested. I mean, I definitely wanted one or the other, but I'm not sure about both. I mean, I think I would have been okay with keeping the aura the way it is, but still making her vulnerable. Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, also, it's going to be reduced in both normal and still path. And then the archery minimum. I Okay, so if you watched me stream the other day, you'll know that I literally spent the whole time calling it different names. Most of the time it was antimantium, but yeah. You need the ultimarium in order to get the chromium insight so you can buy the foil mods. So yeah, that's the thing there. They said that they will be shared squad wide. That that is brilliant. Okay, that is brilliant. It's gonna save so much time because half of the time I didn't even pay attention to the objective because I was too busy trying to get the Automalarium so I could have it so I could finish the scrolls, which I did, by the way. It took ages. It took ages, but that's a whole other story. Okay. They also improved the visibility of automantium balloons since they are a crucial source of the resource. Okay, see, they also note that they didn't actually do this originally because of the fact that balloons do have automantium, so you can actually get a delirium very easily. And then they also overall lighting change it to improve visibility. Inky walls no longer damage players or cause knockdowns. Okay, because half of the time I had no clue what was going on, man. I was like, what did this wall damage me? I can't damage the wall. Why can it damage me? Because even with the angels, a statue can't damage you. But then when you look away, don't blink. Don't even blink. Okay, you know what? I'm getting off topic. Back to Warframe. Okay, and then the waypoint spawned from killing enemies will now direct to a canvas if there are no active canvasi. Canvases, it says. Canvasi. Thank you again for sharing your constructive feedback. We hope the changes will help Foley Top feel a little less overwhelming and give players options to counterplay as you think through Vesper to complete Shadowgraphs. As always, we'll be keeping an eye out for additional feedback. Now, I don't know when the change is going to go into effect. It could be live already for all I know. It could be going live later today or tomorrow. I don't know. But what do you guys think about this? I think overall it's a win, okay? I think overall it's a win for the community. It means D is actively listening to feedback and changing it. Okay, they still want to keep the core gameplay, which is fair. It's very fair that they want to keep a core gameplay of a game mode they worked on so hard. But, these changes, a lot of people were having trouble with them or annoyed by them. I was annoyed by some of the regular things myself. So these changes, I think overall it's a good sign. Yes, you could argue that some aspects, like I mentioned in the beginning, both reducing Foley's damage or by a third and making her not invincible might be nerfing her a little too much. But yeah, wait, that means her things can finally be destroyed because since she was invincible, her death orb was invincible, because that's the thing she picks the most, a death orb. Anyway, you know what? We aren't here to talk about Foley's kit. We're here to talk about Foley's hunt changes, which we have. So with that said, I will catch you guys in the feature later.